Hey, Planeswalkers, Mythras here. Hope you're doing well and staying safe. Today, I got a top 25 deck for you, one that I've been waiting for a little bit to play. Now I think is a good time to do it, particularly with the current landscape in the meta, and then additionally because it is one that we just played against as well. So maybe you guys will figure that out here, and I do have one other slight giveaway here, but we'll see if we can figure that one out too. But anyway, Planeswalkers, as always, I just want to say thank you. I appreciate your support. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel down over there. Additionally, like the video if you like it. You can like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter and Twitch. Stay up to date on content like this. And feel free to check out my Untapped profile down below to keep up with the journey as well. All right, Planeswalkers, what do we got? We got this top 25 deck. What is it? Well, my friends, maybe I gave it away, maybe I didn't, but we have Big Red today. Yes, that is right. We have a mono red control. I'm wearing kind of red. It's really maroon, but anyway, it's not that same color red. And additionally, we just played this deck in a great matchup with our mono black control, so you guys can absolutely check that one out as well. And you'll see kind of the differences between those ones. But again, today it is about the mono red control deck. And as I hear a lot of people saying these days, just run Solum Sermaculum, Ugin, and Maze Mind, and everyone's friend, the 5-drop Mythic, and some color, and you're good to go. But anyway, with that said, Planeswalkers, as always, deck list is available for you down below in the description, so you have access to it right away. Additionally, deck list links are down there as well if you prefer that route. Big call out to our friend Jinky here, Ginky. Fabulous job taking this deck to the top 20 here. Now, I know I said 25, but really top 20. I had the fortune of playing Jinky once or twice. And also, if you guys remember, one of the UW Auras decks that I played pretty heavily for a while too was a version of Jinky's. So thank you for sharing, as always. And for those of you that are new and those of you that are returning, it is called Mono Red Control because it is a mono red or mountains only colored deck. And then additionally, it is control because it's all focused on taking things off the board and maintaining the board state and then hitting with some of the late game things here. And that is the objective of the deck as well. And then lastly, as always, it's got a fun little nickname. As I said, it also goes by the name of Big Red. So, Planeswalkers, we're going to go through the deck list here. We'll talk about the main board, we'll talk about the sideboard, and then we'll talk about how to sideboard for you if you enjoy the best of 3 matches. And then we'll close out again with that competitive magic that we always do, both best of 1 and best of 3. All right, Planeswalkers, so what do we got going on here? We'll take a quick pass. And then we'll come back and talk about these cards together here. And so first off, we have a Spikefield Hazard. So this is one of those modal lands. Here we can either hit and deal 1 damage to any target. So a lot of people forget this doesn't have to be a creature. But if it would die this turn, we get to exile it instead. Otherwise, it can come in as a tapped land. We also have Scorching Dragonfire. This is one of my favorites because not only does it deal 3 damage at instant speed to target creature or planeswalker, if we hit them and kill it, we get to exile it instead. Then we got Shredded Sail. So this one's becoming more of a mainstay kind of in the mono red, or at least red archetype here, primarily because that destroy target artifact or taking out a flyer with 4 damage. So very powerful there. As we see a lot of people playing Maze Mind and a lot of different decks, we see a lot of these mirror matches as we saw yesterday against this deck when we're playing mono black as well. And then additionally, it gives you some protection from some of the Yorion decks, like Last Casket and things like that. But we're not going to have to worry too much about it because it's only going to be able to hit one of our creatures anyway. Then we got Maze Mind Tomb. So here we got we put a page counter on Maze Mind. We can scry for 1 when we tap it, or we can pay 2 and tap it and put a page counter and then also draw a card. And if we do this 4 times or get 4 page counters on it, we get to exile the tomb here and we gain 4 life. So that's always crucial. And then keep in mind, generally, when you're playing against, and if you have mana on the board, you're going to want to be trying to draw the card versus the scry, unless you absolutely need to kind of find answers there. Next, we have Shatterskull Smashing. So this again is a modal land. Here we can deal X damage, divide as we choose, among up to 2 target creatures and or planeswalkers. If it's greater than 6, we get to double that damage instead. And then obviously, again, it's kind of one of those fun pain lands. It's not really pain land, but I like to call it that. Comes in tapped, otherwise we can pay 3 and have it come in untapped. Next, we got Bone Crusher Giant. So very, very good in this deck. One, it takes out creatures or deals 2 damage to the face or to a planeswalker, and that damage can't be prevented at instant speed for 2, or we can cast it for 3, but if your opponents do target Bone Crusher, it's going to still give them a little grief because it's going to deal 2 damage to them as well. Then we have Soul Seer. So Soul Seer here is very powerful. It's an instant speed, 5 damage to target creature or planeswalker, so really get stuff off the board. And then that permanent additionally loses indestructible till end of turn. It's a great way to take off Heliod off the board, those kinds of things as well. So you can keep that in mind. Then we got Storm's Wrath. So it's interesting to see this one main board. Makes sense. Definitely against things like Gruul and some of the other aggro decks that are out there. But what happens here with Storm's Wrath is it deals 4 damage to each creature and each planeswalker, so pretty powerful. Then we got our Iron Crag Feat. So I'm so happy that this is in the deck. This allows us to add 7 mana. We may cast only 1 more spell this turn. Typically, this is going to be your bump into something like an Ugin, or some other things that you can play that we'll talk about here with the sideboard. Then we have Solemn Simulacron. I'm sure I butcher that every time. Like I say, my English is terrible, but we got a golem, so we'll go with that. We got Artifact Creature Golem here. When it enters, we may search our library for a basic land card, put that card onto the battlefield tapped, and then we may shuffle our library. And then when this creature dies, we get to draw a card. Then we have Ox of Agonis. So this is one of the reasons why it is called Big Red, in my opinion, because we got the big old Ox of Agonis here. When this creature enters, we discard our hand, draw 3 cards, so it's great for that kind of card advantage. Additionally, we still got a nice body, and then it's got a great escape cost here, so we can exile 8 cards, but for 2, it will escape with a +1/+1 counter on it, and then do the same. Discard hand, and then it becomes a 5/3. Very powerful. Last but not least, to round out our top end of the deck, we have our friend Ugin here. So Ugin the Spirit Dragon's +2 deals 3 damage to any target. We can down for X, exile each permanent with converted mana cost X. That's 1 or more colors, so it doesn't hit artifacts, so remember that. And then -10, we can gain 7 life, draw 7 cards, and put up to 7 permanents onto the battlefield. So very powerful. Great closer. And then what I do want to talk about here for 1 minute is some of the lands. So we are running, unlike the mono black one, we actually have a little bit less here in terms of mana breakup. We do have, if we look at it though, we do have 20 lands, but then we also got access to 4 here and another 4 there, making it 28. So this prevents flooding, gives us a couple of other options. But the one that I really want to talk about here is Crawling Barrens. This card, as you guys saw in my matchup with Mono Black and the Mirror match, does a lot of things. So pay very close attention to this one. I think it's definitely underplayed. Great for late game type decks as well, and very helpful and beneficial. So there you have it, Planeswalkers. That is the main board. This is what we're going to take into our best of 1 for today. And then let's go ahead and talk about the sideboard, and then we'll talk about how to sideboard. So first off, we got Soul Guide Lantern. So this enters, we get to exile a target card from a graveyard, and then we can also sacrifice it, and then we can exile each opponent's graveyard, and then lastly there you can always tap for 1 and draw a card as well. So where we're going to play this, I would play this again, so it only hits opponents. I would play this against self-mill, so this could be things like the Mono Blue Devotion. I would also play this for sure against the Boros to Your Cycling, as always, as I like to call it, and get those things out of the graveyard. Additionally, anyone that's running things like Rakdos Midrange, anyone that's leveraging the graveyard, Mirror Match is going to be good. Things to get Ox off there, those kinds of deals. Anyone that's going to try and do that, Also, Phoenix of Ash that we could run into. Lots of good things in lots of good spots that this will help us out. And as well, Esper, Yori, and Doom. Anyone that's playing Dance of the Manse or also trying to get things back out of their graveyard. So it could be particularly something like an Orzhov Clerics as well that might be playing the Death Dweller to pull things back. Those kinds of things to keep in mind. Then we have Thundering Rebuke. So here this is a sorcery spell, but it deals 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker. I would play this against things like Gruul Aggro. I played against Mono Red. I played against big-bodied creatures or anyone that's running planeswalkers. This will be a good card for you. Then we got Sorcerous Spyglass. So this one's pretty important. As Sorcerous Spyglass enters the battlefield, look at an opponent's hand. They choose any name, any card name. Activated abilities of sources with the chosen name can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. So this is the perfect way to shut things like this guy down, Ugin, in this deck. So that is one example of where you're going to play this. You're going to play this when they have some sort of late game or something that's really important that you need to get off the board. And Sorcerer's Spyglass is going to be that key card for you to kind of shut things down. But again, really you're going to play it more so for the Planeswalkers and things like Ugin to get them out of the way. Then we have Phoenix of Ash. So this was the one that I was talking about. It's a pretty cool trick, but you can play Phoenix of Ash with Ironcrag, and then you can pump it 1 to 2 more times. So you can get a much bigger guy there. So that's a pretty important thing to remember, or you can play him from exile, those kinds of things. But anyway, wanted to cover that real quickly for you. 1 second here. There we go. Fix my fan on my PC, hopefully. Anyway, where would I play this? I like playing it against other control matchups. So if you guys, again, watched the Mono Black one, my opponent brought these in. Very important, was very crucial for them to have those additional creatures on the board relatively quickly and to be able to pull something back from the graveyard fast like this. So that's an example. You could play this against rogues. This can be really powerful against rogues. Anything that's trying to mill you out, this will work just fine. And then additionally, if you do need creatures, this is going to be the one that you're going to want to play. You could play this against aggro decks as well if you wanted, just to have that other body. Next we got Soul Seer. So we already talked about it once a little bit, but realistically where you're going to play this, I play this against Gruul Aggro, I'd play this against Mono Red potentially. Anything that's got bigger creatures, this is going to be a good one for you to play. It doesn't hit everything, so just keep that in mind. But again, lots of good options there, lots of things that you will be able to keep off the board with it. Next, we got Storm's Wrath. Sorry, Mono Green, this is a great one for too. Storm's Wrath here, again, we got 3 main board. Where will we run this? Anyone that's trying to flood your board, so against things like the Boros Knights deck that we did, against a Mono Red deck, this isn't a bad one. It's great against rogues too. This is going to hit everything in the rogues deck. So that's where I would absolutely play this. Anything playing a mill deck, you could run this, and anything really creature based. This one's going to be your friend. Then we have Chandra, Heart of Fire. So this +1, we get to discard our hand, then we exile the top 3 cards of our library until end of turn. We may play those cards exiled this way. We can +1, deals 2 damage to any target. And then 9, search our graveyard and library for any number of red instants and or sorcery cards, exile them, then shuffle your library. You may cast them this turn and add 6 mana. So very cool. A great card, definitely against late game type stuff and control. You could even consider running this for the pinger against some aggros if you wanted to instead as well. This will work well against rogues decks. This will work well against ramp decks. It will work well against things like Mono Red. It will work well against the Knights decks. Lots of spots that you could play this, so that could give you some ideas as well. And then lastly here we have 2 more Radiant Fountains. You're going to pull this in when you're playing aggro decks. You're also going to pull this in when you just need the life. This is going to be the one way for us, one of the one ways for us, and actually mine, yeah, one way minus Maze Mine, of how to get that additional life. So that can really make or break a lot of things. for you, so just keep that in mind. It's a good one to have for this particular deck on the sideboard, just for that survivability. And additionally, if you do play a mill deck, you can pull these in, and you can also pull in your Phoenix of Ashes and just go above the 60 card. That's always a nice little trick as well. All right, Planeswalkers. So we talked about the main board. We talked about the sideboard. We're going to talk about how to sideboard for best of 3. We did talk about kind of where you'd place some of these cards, but we'll do an aggro, a mid-range, and a late game or control type focus. So if we do run into aggro, I would go Thunder and Rebuke. I'd maybe go with the 2 more Soul Seers, potentially Phoenix of Ash, another Storm's Wrath, or even a Chandra like we talked about. How would I mix those things up? Well, personally, I would probably actually drop this guy. I'd consider dropping a couple Ugins. If you do that, you could drop the Ironcrag Feats as well. If they aren't running any flyers or artifacts, this one's gone too. So that would be 3. That could be 7. You could drop these 3. That could give you a 10 pretty easily. So you guys are kind of getting it. You could figure out what you want to drop in there and flip in based off what you're playing. But this deck is going to look a lot different, and still will be very, very viable against some aggro stuff. Then against mid-range, considering we know that the key mid-range ones always generally are kind of Croxa mid-range focus, Soul Guide Lantern could work well for you. There, additionally, some of the ramp decks that we're playing, we could consider as well. Those ones, though, you may want to consider Sorcerer's Spyglass potentially. Thundering Rebuke you're going to keep here. Phoenix of Ash I'd like to go because you want to go fast. I would also consider Chandra, Heart of Fire, as well for some of that thinning. Those are some good spots for you to consider if they're not running shredded, say, or artifacts or flyers. Definitely do that. You may want to consider even dropping like 2 Spikefield Hazards there. If they aren't running, well, they may run, some decent creatures. Spikefield's going to help you against Croxa. So the other one that you could drop would be maybe 2 Shatter Skulls. And then maybe even one there, or even thin here, or Ironcrag as well. So lots of good spots for you in terms of where you want to move some of those cards around. And then lastly here for control, what I would do, I would definitely keep my Ugins. I would flip in maybe Chandra, Heart of Fire for the ping. You're not going to need Storm's Wrath. You may want the Soul Seer. Again, this is to take out other Planeswalkers. And then you probably are going to want Sorcerer's Spyglass and even Phoenix of Ash. If they're not, again, running, I would start here, get rid of that one. If they aren't running Planeswalkers or big creatures, obviously then you wouldn't need these. You could always flip that one out. Storm's Wrath may be the consideration of what you're getting rid of too. So that gives you like a good 6-7 cards there. Easy to kind of get in what you need there as well, Planeswalkers. And if you need that life, you can always, as I mentioned, pop these in, or you can go against some of those mill decks and go above 60. Whew, lots of good ideas there, Planeswalkers. Really excited about this one. Again, top 20, top 25, mono red control, big red deck. Deck list is available for you down below in the description, so you have access to it right away. Again, the links are down there. If you do have questions or comments about the gameplay, comments about the deck, please let me know. Please ask. Always happy to help when I can. And then additionally, Planeswalkers, again, big shout out to Jinky for making it this far and sharing their deck with us. All right, with that said, let's go ahead and play some competitive Magic here because I know many of you love that as well. So let's go to our standard ranked. There's that mono black control deck that I was talking about. They should absolutely check out. Here we're going to go with the mono red control deck though today. All right, Planeswalkers, as always, we're off right hot out of the gates. Just want to say thank you. I appreciate your support. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel down over there. Additionally, you can like the video if you like it. You can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter and Twitch. Stay up to date on content like this. All right, so we got a Lurrus Dream Den. This could very well be a cycle deck. And if it is, this could be a tough one for us as well. So we'll keep this though because we do have the Bone Crusher. We got a turn 2. We do have Shatter Skulls if we need them, and then we also have our Golem guy here. So I am okay with this. And in general, this is going to be a tough one because if they just race us, it's going to be pretty hard for us to stay ahead unless we get an Ugin here. And we can get to 5 mana and then get Ugin on the board. That could potentially change things, but most likely it won't do a ton. And we don't have like the fast ability to burn our opponents down either. All right, we will keep it. And mainly, again, I'm keeping this because of Bone Crusher here. It could be a Rogue's deck, though, as well, obviously, because we got the Sharks. If it is, that could be a little bit better position for us. But we'll see momentarily. All right, it is not going to recycle. It is going to be one of our mill friends here. Good thing we do have Ox, though, so that will help us. This is going to be painful. So there's that Ox. So Shatter Skull is going to be important for us too, potentially. So we're going to get this off because we'll play this. So another trick, my friends, that we can do here that a lot of people forget as well is you can go and play Ironcrag Feet and then hit with Shatter Skull smashing, and that's going to do a ton of damage. And that is exactly what I'm going to do. If we wait one more turn, though, we're going to do it, though, because I need to get... We'll go 5. Get one off the board. So we'll be able to do it again. And this time we can take both their creatures off the board. Alright, I am totally fine with that because now we can do this again. And we go this, pay 6. And then we can play Solemn, and then Ox. Everything out of here that they could use, which is a permanent. And we'll get all the rest. So we have Ugin. We need one more land. There we go. We'll actually just play this one. And we'll look. So I could have attacked in and then hit with Bone Crusher too. Or I could have hit the 2 there, got it through, and then also played drew with my Maze Mind as well. So there's a couple different things that I could have done. Got a little played it a little bit too fast actually. So we'll see. And additionally, we still got our Crawling Barrens, and that could be just enough to get us to what we need. So they may have something to return there, guys. Oh, we're good. We got it. There we go. Beat the Rogues deck. Very, very nice here with Big Red in our first best of 1 match. We'll take it. We had a lot of great options there, my friends. So now, let's reset that one if I had it. There we go. And we'll give it another shot here. Against Dopas. For our next, move that up just slightly, next matcher. All right, I like it. We'll keep it. I have Crawling, I have Mountain. Not quite enough for Iron Crag, but I can live with that. Sultai +1. Alright, this could be an Enigma deck. So we'll see. Incarnation, enigmatic incarnation deck. So we'll see if it is. So the way that works is they sack, and then they can go look for more. Let's take a look here though. So next turn, we can get Ugin. So ideally, they shouldn't have a counter here. There we go. And 3 should do it.
And you will grow lost to this. Reality is unwritten.
Very nice. Very nice. So I decided to play that over. Could have played back to back. Took one of those out, but it's still one turn away. Or I could have played Storm's Wrath to wipe as well. But we do have Crawling Barrens still. Clear one. Let's take a look. Don't need that. So on the stack, we'll draw with Maze Mine, and then we'll sack it. There's the Dance with the Dance. Oh, and all at 4. you go. Hopefully they don't have a dance with the Mance. They could have a flash one though. Slamming an Ugin there would have been much better. Yeah, there's the Omen. We knew that was coming. We need an Ugin and then we need to be able to protect it. If we can't protect it, then it's not going to do us any good. I'm willing to bet they have the dance for the Mance, though. And that's going to be the problem. Ooh. So we get to 10. Get a land, they don't have anything. Which isn't going to happen. They'll have something. We could go 6 down with Ugin. Uh-oh, here comes the dance with the Mance. If they do, the only thing that we have to top deck is an Ugin. There it is. Eight, 12, 16, they have lethal. So we'll have to discard 2 cards. I need to get through 2. I can get through 2. So I'm gonna do this. We'll cycle. There's our Ugin. Oh, this is gonna feel good. 6. Oh, my friends. My friends. The Dooms are still here, though. There's his Doom. We survived. We still have our Crawling Barons.
Then this is my fate.
Oh, we'll give him the tomb. Here we go. This is good though. Whew, intense best of one game for sure.
Research has concluded.
Oof. Intense, intense, intense match, my friends. Oh, I love Crawling Barons. If we can get another one of those down, that's going to be the trick here. They're through a lot of their deck, too. They still should have 2 Dance the Manses. Other stuff exiled. So I still got 2 of them. Yeah, there it is. So we need another Ugin. How many do we have? We got 2. We still got 2 Ugins. 32. So we're gonna have to play both of these because we're gonna lose them anyway. Might as well hit a Doom Foretold. Alright, top deck and Ugin. Oh! Not good enough. We didn't have it there either. We'll finish it out, and then we'll go into our best of 3 match. Very nice match, though. Very, very close. That top deck was pretty fun. If we could have clipped those Doom Foretolds, though, that would have been much, much better. We got our Crawling Baron to be pretty beefy there. Alas. We got Esper Doom Foretold out. 4-color Doom, technically. Good game. Good game. All right, we'll go into our best of 3 now. So 1-1, best of 1. Played very, very well. We would have been able to bring in some different sideboard cards. That deck would have been a little bit tougher, I think, than the Ropes deck. But let's go ahead and play our traditional standard ranked here. Again, there's that mono black one you guys can check out. Into our best of 3 planeswalkers here with our big red top 25 mono red control deck. Quickly, as always, I just want to say thank you. I appreciate your support. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel down over there. Additionally, like the video if you like it. You can like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Twitch as well to stay up to date on content like this. All right, Bites Theorem. Let's see what we got going on here. We've been going a little slow today. Oh, man. I do have 2 crawlings, though. I feel like I shouldn't keep this, but I'm going to keep it. I definitely shouldn't have kept that, but it's okay. It is okay. Here we go. Midrange. Oh, now we're feeling a little bit better about that one. There it is. There it is. So we know what we know now, and what we got now. So if we need a discard, it's going to be Ox. Ox is going to be long gone. That's pretty good too. We could just hit that one, huh? We could hit that one. But then that's a waste of a card. And we could clean house on him next turn anyway. Good old mid-range decks. Here goes Ox. Now, it's too bad we didn't have enough to necessarily clear a little bit more off. Next turn, though, we can get Ugin on. It's gonna be close. All right, here we go. And good news is we can't play Ox yet. Close. Oh, they just went. They went. Super nasty there, my friends. All right. So we need to play this. So we could play Sorcerer's Spyglass to shut down Rankle if we wanted. I'm not going to do that, though. We're going to need to go with Soul Guide. I like Phoenix as well in this. Scorching still helps. Shredded Sails works against the flyer, but I think I would sooner go Phoenix, to be honest. Let's go 2 Storm Wraths, that was fine. Spikefield's still good. I'm gonna drop the Soul Seer. And we'll keep what we got there, huh? This one's good though too. Heart of Fire's not bad. Scorching's got Exile, so we want to keep that. Let's drop 1, 2 there. Go 1 of those. There we go. Actually, let's go 3 there. Alright, there we go, Planeswalkers. Let's see what we got. The 5's nice, but it's Crocs is still out of range, which creates a problem for us. So Chandra's going to give us the digs and the card advantage. Here we go. Spikefield's great. We want that opening. I will keep this. And we'll hang on to Spike, because that's going to be a Croxa killer if they play it. I'm not going to hit him. Again, because I can hang on. So as long as it didn't top deck a Croxa here, we'll be okay. There you go, get Storm's Wrath off there. There you go. Now we can ping. Go 3.
You bet I'm passionate about pyromancy.
So I want to get Chandra on the board so we can play the discard our hand, exile top 3 if we want to do that. There you go.
I'm mad about this.
Trade there. Probably should have went there and then hit with Spikefield, but that's fine. go. That was a good top deck.
And Emily.
Ooh.
I'm leaving.
There they go. There we go. One to load up. Load her up. Uh-oh, where'd the mouse go? There it goes. So now we can go this guy if we want to. Yeah, let's do it. So block hit Skyclave. That's why I did that. So we'll see. Unless they kill Ox, then we're in trouble. Oh no. That's not good. This works though. Alright, Croxa, we're still okay. Actually, we're not okay, because they can play it twice. Oh, they're gonna get us with Croxa. Oh, bomber. Bomber, 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 bomber. That is unfortunate. That 3 life killed us. Oh, shoot. shoot, shoot, shoot. On to our third match here. So let's think here. Maybe add another Storm's Wrath, huh? Let's maybe add one more. I'm gonna drop one of the Iron Crags. Still need those. We still need those. I think that's fine. There we go. Bummer, man. It's close. We had that. If we wouldn't have got the self damage, we still would have been in the match. Would have been much closer though. There we go. This is a good one though. So it was 2, so we can slow roll Soul Guide if we want. It's a debate. We'll see. Could have played a little better with the Crawling Barons last match too. I'm gonna slow roll it. It's risky. It's real risky. Roll up. Don't want 2 of those. Now anyway. If they hit me with Agonizing. Oh, there we go. So I need a land. I'm gonna scry. That I don't want right now. Land. Oh shoot. I'm gonna do that. Let's look. Need the land. There, they can go get the red. Let's look again. Oh, I could take an answer. I could take an answer. Or I could wait. Or get risky. Let's do it. There we go. And I think it's on the... We'll go there. Then we can get Soloma. Let's see what we got here. That I will take. So we'll take our draw. They'll be able to bring them back, which is fine for now. Probably should have waited actually, because now they can play him as a bigger guy. No, they didn't do it. That's fine. Let me get that off the board. And we'll get some damage in. We're gonna hold this up. So for a draw. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Saving this if they do play a Crocs out of their hand. And at the end of the turn, I can make a bigger Barons, or I could draw a card with Mage Mind.
Nothing can slow me down. You bet I'm mad about this.
Seven. Trying to keep as much open in my hand that I can. And that would have been why we needed to wait. They need a kill spell here. They need a 1. Oh. Now they'll do it. That's gonna hurt. That is gonna hurt. There we go. Always get rid of permanents.
Then this is my fate.
Let's do this. Decline. Oops. See, let's do that one. So we can go 7 and we can pump. What do we got? 3, 7, 8, 9. There we go. Crocs is out, and we got it. Ooh, nice, intense matches today. We went 1-1 in best of 1, 2-1 in best of 3. Big red is big red, my friends. Mono red control for the win. Very, very nice day today. Let's go ahead and check out the deck. Again, Jinkies, top 25, mono red control deck. Super fun. Really enjoyed this one. Did and played really well for us today. Again, here's the deck list for you. It is available for you down below in the description, so you have access to it right away. If you do have questions, comments about the list, sideboarding, those kinds of things, we did cover it at the beginning, but please feel free to ask down below. If I try to play something that you had a question about, tag the time and I'll double check it for you and we can have a conversation. Planeswalkers, Really, really appreciate your support. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel down over there. Additionally, like the video if you like it. You can like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Twitch as well to stay up to date on content like this. All right, wonderful day, super fun. I hope you guys like the attempts at matching with the deck, but something anyway. You stay safe, you take care. We'll see you again soon. A lot more stuff coming your way. Stay tuned, Planeswalkers. Mithras out.